beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I guess you can call it a podcast. You guys, we're here today to talk about the Joe Budden pod. However, I am recording this on Tuesday, and of course, we know there's no pod today. So, this is something that happened after the pod yesterday. We're going to break it down. Y'all already know what it is, but we're going to break it down. All right, you guys, Mel and Marc. Yeah, apparently they dated a while back. And why do we care? Why is that a big deal? It's a big deal because they've literally been on this pod and no one has mentioned it. I mean, absolutely no one. And you know who I think knows about it? Everyone. I think they all knew that they dated before. That would be crazy for them not to mention it with him coming up there working with her. And, of course it's going to come out. I don't think it was secret. Like, this is something that came out when she was, like I said, talking to Jason Lee years ago. And it's just now coming back and resurfaced. So, yeah, the fact that they didn't say anything, but I mean, then too, what are they going to say? And I'm sure he's going to tell them, listen, don't make a bunch of jokes about the fact that we used to be together. It's disrespectful to my wife. And I'm sure his wife knows that they used to be together. I just don't see Marc as being an idiot and keeping that from her. So she definitely knows. The only issue that I would have with this whole thing is, well, if I were his wife, I would have an issue with the whole entire thing. Although we know that he loves his wife, he talks about how much he loves her all the time. So I'm sure she is secure and all that. They have a great relationship, according to him, and, lovely. However, you're up there working with someone who is constantly calling you because she says it on the pod. She calls him for favors. She calls him for advice. She calls him for a little bit of everything. And shooting her a little bit of bail, he also calls her. He calls her for, different doctors. He called her to see why nobody's picking up the phone or why nobody's answering the door up there. And remember that pod where they were like, you could have called Ian. You could have called anybody. Why'd you call Mel? So yeah, they talk a lot. A little bit too much for my liking if I were his wife. But again, I am not, and perhaps she is extremely secure and it's not a huge deal to her. So what do you guys think is going to happen if Mel comes back? Fingers crossed she does not. But if she does come back, who's going to address it? Is it going to be Mel? Is it going to be Dr. Marc? I mean, Dr. Marc is going to have to say something. And he doesn't really shy away from anything. So I don't think he won't say anything. I think he'll just say exactly what I said. This isn't something that we're going to play around with. It was a long time ago. It wasn't a huge deal. And we're not going to be disrespectful to my wife. And I think it's going to cut off there. Flip. How do we keep Flip in line with that? You know what I mean? Like, once Flip, well, no, I'm going to say that Flip knew. You guys, I just don't think that anybody would be up there not knowing. I just really don't. Imani, maybe that's the tension between him and Marc. I don't know. I don't know. It just makes for an uncomfortable situation. Now that everyone knows, everyone is just going to be looking at them differently. And, we'll have our own little inside jokes with them, as they say things. And it's going to really be like, And I'm sure Joe is probably super happy that it's out there so that now he can joke about it. I am more than positive. But yeah, if his wife is okay with it, so just as I said, if his wife is okay with it, something hit me. Y'all know it was always strange to me that they came back with the joke of Marc's wife being not really aggressive towards Melyssa, but like there was some kind of tension. And no one ever explained why. You know what I mean? Like the fact that when they went to this basketball game and her friends came and Mel was scared and all that or whatever, they never said why that was a thing because at that time, he had just gotten there. He hadn't been there too long. Nothing really happened. He wasn't flirting with her. There was no narrative with him and her. So for them to come back saying that the wife was there and she ain't taking none of that mess or whatever, it always struck me as like, why? Like, why does she care about Melyssa if they haven't flirted? Melyssa didn't do anything wrong. Like, yeah, now it makes sense. Now it makes complete and total sense. So, yes, I am going to go on record stating that everybody knew that they dated and it was something that was supposed to just not come up unless it came up. Not a big deal. And that is because of his wife. And respect for his marriage. So there you have it. That's what I think about it. What I think about Melyssa, we're not gonna get into it. We're just not gonna get into it. We're just gonna let it go and wrap it up here. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We would love to have you be part of the Beautiful People family. Like the video, you guys. It does wonders for the algorithms. And I think I just found out something and the reason why my videos haven't been going out too much. And we're going to see if it works. But if you are new, please consider subscribing. It is absolutely free of charge for you. Not a big deal. Just a click of a button. Huge deal for me. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Smooches.